Hello, welcome to Sector Wargaming. We're back again for an open field game. Had a couple of ZM games, and the very first on the channel, Martin, a guest, not one of the normal Sector crew. So Martin has helped us a lot with setting up Sector Wargaming, and he's also been so gracious as to volunteer to be our first guest and let us test out some things with him. We've already rolled up the missions. I'm playing with my Night Lords, 2,000 points, and Martin's brought...
my Blood Angels, 2,000 points as well.
2,000 points of Blood Angels. We rolled up, we got Tide of Carnage, which is they're getting into the different deployment zones, and we've got Hammer and Anvil deployment, which is the long sides of the board. I'm a more kind of shooty army, so fingers crossed.
Could do it.
I'm pretty okay with that game rolling up like that. Couple of things to note. We've had a bit of feedback about the sound. We do get rather excited. We tend to top out our mic, so we're trying something a little bit different with this one. If it works out, please let us know, and that'd be great. If not, again, we'll just keep changing things around. And the other thing to say is Martin and me play a lot at the Heaton Gaming Club.
Yeah, very good heresy scene, isn't it?
So we're based in Newcastle, in England, and we have a fantastic... I think people struggle to get 40k games, don't they?
Struggle, but 30k is always on.
Yeah, you can always get a 30k game. Me and Martin play a lot. Martin has an ungodly good reputation about fighting me. Every now and then I sort of pull out a bit of a win, but mainly you hurt me, don't you? So
I've had close games, and there has been some stompings either
true,
side.
Yeah, we've had some good ones last time.
Always good games.
Last time my White Scars absolutely annihilated him.
So fast.
That was good. That was a good one. Yeah. But yeah, so we play at the Heaton Gaming Club, so shout out to them. They've been really supportive to us setting this up. If you're in the Newcastle or surrounding area, find them on Facebook and give them a hit up. Great set of guys.
Yeah.
Right, good luck.
Good luck.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Wow. My 2,000 points of Night Lords today. I'm not running a Rite of War because I wanted to bring a few extra toys. Led by my Praetor. This is Aztoth Nile in his other form, running a jetpack, Paragon Blade, and all the upgrades. Rolled his Warlord trait, and because I'm Night Lords, I've just rolled on the personal traits, and he's got the Feel No Pain rule. He's with a 12-man, because of points, squad of Raptors. They all have chain glaives, apart from the headsman, who has the headsman's axe, artist for armor, and melt bomb. 2 10-man tactical squads in a rhino each. All of them are equipped the same, so Sergeant has Power Fist and Melt Bombs and Artificer Armour, and the Rhinos have the Multi-Melter and extra armour. Squad of 2 Sabres, each of them with the Anvilus, the Snub Anvilus autocannon and a Heavy Bolter on top, and extra armour. My new toys for today are a squadron of Predators with the Magnum Melter turrets, and they've got the Heavy Bolter side sponsons, and both of them have Power of the Machine Spirit and extra armor. And 2 separate Punisher Sicarans with all the heavy bolters I could fit on them, so they've got 30 shots each. Excellent. That's my squad for today. The unit I'm most excited to use today is my squadron of Predators with the Magnum Melter guns. I've never actually fielded them in a proper game, and this 2,000 point game seemed like a perfect time to rock them out. They've only got an 18-inch range, but with Power on the Machine Spirit and a Strength 8 Melter Blast, I can't wait to actually throw them. I really hope they don't just get shot out of the game turn 1, but we'll see.
Here we have 2,000 points of Blood Angels, and there is no Rite of War. They are currently led by my Praetor, who is armed in a Tartaros Terminator armour with Diviner Blades and all the trimmings as well. He is being escorted by a 5-man Terminator command squad with Assault Cannon, Lightning Claws, and a couple of Chainfists. Here we have the first of my troops choice. It's a 15-man assault squad armed with a Power Axe, 2 Power Swords, and the Sergeant has a Power Fist. They also have an Apothecary attached to the squad. The second assault squad is exactly the same as the first. And here we have is a Spartan heavy assault tank with a flare shield and all the trimmings as well. They will be the transport for the Terminators and the Praetor. Here we have a Contemptor Mortis armed with twin Carries assault cannons. And finally, filling up my heavy support choices is a Fire Raptor with all the trimmings. Coming back to the Warlord, I rolled on my Warlord trait and I rolled Conqueror of Cities. So therefore, my army has moved through cover and also stealth in ruins. So for the unit I'm looking forward to using the most today is my Praetor with his command squad. He's proven to be a bit of a combat monster in the past, and hopefully, backed up by his Terminator squad, he's going to kill some Night Lords for the glory of the Emperor.
Right, Night Lord's deployment. Martin actually won the dice off for deciding, and he chose to go second, so I've deployed first, and as you can see, facing an empty board, so I don't really know how to react against him. I've put one Punisher on each flank, playing blocker for the Rhinos, which obviously have their tactical squads inside, and in the centre of the board, I've got Aztoth and his Raptors, my Predator Squadron, and the Saber Squadron. There's not much to say about it. Obviously I'm going to try and burst across the middle of the field and get into the enemy deployment zone. I've got a lot of fast vehicles and power of the machine spirit, so I can move and fire at the same time. So let's hope that the Blood Angels don't take the initiative.
This is the Blood Angels deployment. After seeing how Ed has positioned his forces, I've went for a little bit of a held back approach for turn one, unless I steal the initiative. Hopefully that way, with my command trait, I get an extra bonus for being in cover. So hopefully any rending and heavy hitting weaponry will be negated by that. I've been a bit brave with the Spartan, putting him right at the front. Hopefully he can weather the storm of firepower that are coming at him, and try and get stuck into combat as quick as possible with the Praetor. And the last thing I have is the Raptor, who is obviously in reserves, and hopefully he will make a play and then see what he can do against the Night Lords.
Right, here we go. After Martin has given me first turn to deploy, he's now trying to seize on me.
Come on!
Just like that. Oh dear.
I've decided to go very bold with the Spartan. He has moved 12 inches forward to hopefully try and engage Night Lords quite quickly, get a few shots off, see if he can do anything. I have moved the Contemptor Mortis up front because hopefully he can get a few sneaky shots at the Night Raptors down there. Hopefully try and negate some of that threat as quick as possible. I've moved the assault squads up. I didn't have to take any dangerous terrain tests because of my Waterlord trait, which gives everything move through cover. And as you can see, I've moved up as quick as possible to try and close the gap before any of this formidable firepower gets brought to bear. Starting off the shooting phase, I've decided to run both the assault squads, try and get them a bit further forward and try and dig into cover and make use of the stealth rule to try and get some good cover saves for the squads coming in. So for the squad on the left flank, they will run 2 inches, and for the squad on the right flank, they will also run 5 inches. But this is where the squads have ended up after doing the run moves. The left-hand squad has moved a bit further into the building, trying to make as much use of cover as possible, and the right-hand squad has moved up massive 5 inches, making good use of the Spartan. The Contemptor Mortis has got eyes down onto the Night Raptor squad. He is in range of the front rank, and so he will attempt to wipe out as many of them as possible to try and even the numbers out for the Blood Angels. So starting off, 2 carries assault cannons, 12 shots hitting on 2s. And as you can see there, only 1 miss, so being quite accurate there with the Mortis. And it is strength 6, so I'll be running on 2s and hopefully 6 is rend. So, there is 2 rends, and that is 8 armour saves on the Night Raptors.
Lovely. What do you want me to do first?
Take the rends first, please.
So rends. So he's firing through the terrain, which will give me a 5 up cover, and we didn't show it, but we did roll up, and I have got night fighting, so I have a 4 up from the rends. So that's 1 dead straight away. And how many others was it?
It was 8.
8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So only a maximum of 3 can die from this because of ranges. But they've got a 3 up armour save, and that is 1, 2 more dead, so 3 die in total.
Last thing to shoot is the Spartan. I've looked at the units that he's got facing him and have decided to power the Machine Spirit, the left-hand sponson, to fire a full ballistic skill at the Magma Melters because they scare me a little bit with a large blast, which means that I won't get my feel of pain because they're strength 8. And then with the right-hand sponson, I've elected to snap fire at the Punisher, hopefully get a couple lucky hits and see if I can take it out. So I will start off with the full ballistic skill onto the Magma Melters. Hitting on 3s, twin linked. So that is 1 hit, and the front armour is 13. So I'll need a 4 as a glance, 5 as a pen. That's a 1, nothing. Moving on to the snap firing sponson, hitting on 6s. 1 hit so far, twin linked, just the 1. He's going to hit on the side armour, which is strength armour 12. So I need a 3 as a glance, 4 as a pen. That's a pen, sir.
So, night fighting, 6 up save. Nope. What does the pen do?
2.
1 for a 3 to make it shaken. That's the end of my Night Lord's movement phase. Wasn't 100% sure what to do. The Predators caused me a bit of iffiness because I wanted to sit still and blow these guys up, but actually the front Predator was literally just in range of this guy's head. So I decided faint heart never won fair lady, and I had to go forward to get more in range. With Martin's Warlord trait, he's got a 3 up cover save from the boys in the front, but I'll make him roll some dice. And if he jumps into them and blows them up with his crack grenades, I got to fire them once at least. On this flank, the Rhino and the Punisher have moved into position to provide some supporting fire. The Rhino moved his 6 so he can throw 1 multi-melter shot in there, otherwise the boys are staying embarked. My Sabres decided to follow the Blood Angels' lead and get into the buildings. I rolled their immobilise and neither of them did, so that's fantastic, and they're going to open up onto the opposing Contemptor, looking down them. The Raptors, again, I wasn't 100% sure whether to throw them straight in, but I have absolutely sod all that can hurt this Spartan. With its flare shield, none of my blasts work against it, or at least at -2 strength against it. The only other stuff I've got is the rending shots from the Punishers, which will require 6s to wound and then 5s and 6s to get glances. So I figured the melter bombs on my Aztoth Nile and my Sergeant are going to be the way to take it out. And if I have to fight the Terminators, at least they'll be on foot, and then hopefully I can melter them. Or at least use a lot of big guns. That's the thinking. Let's see how it goes when I start rolling dice. Starting off my shooting phase, the 2 Sabres looking into the Contemptor Mortars. Obviously, shooting through intervening terrain, he'd get a 5-up cover save, and night fighting. I ignore night fighting. He's got a 5-up invuln anyway, so I don't care. So I'm just going to shoot them. The heavy bolts can't do anything, but their twin-linked snub anviluses can, so hitting on 3s, twin-linked. That is 3 hits. And then they need their strength 8, so they need 5s to get through. 5s to land, sorry, 6s to pen, but I've got Sunder. So that is a grand total of nada. And Sunder gives me a grand total of nothing. Oh, good. Okay, first Punisher opening up. This is the one that the Spartan made shaken, so he is snap firing, but there's still a hell of a lot of shots. 30 in total, but the first 18 of them, because I didn't move, do get rending. He's opening up onto the assault squad. Using splitting the rocks, I can see a fair few of them. So, here we go. These are the 18 rending ones. They hit on 6s because of me snapping. And so all the 3 hit them. There you go. And wounding on 3s, but 6s rend. That is 3 wounds. We'll just add them to the pile when I roll the other ones. And these are the non-rending. So again, hitting on 6s for another 2 hits. And wounding on 3s. Oh, that one would have been a rend, never mind. So another 2 more, so 5 in total for you, Martin.
Yep, so 5 3-up armor saves. Wow, 3 1s, but fortunately had the foresight to bring apothecaries, so come on, make your points worth. Nope, 3 Marines die.
Good boy, Punisher. Okay, after the Punisher caused those 3 wounds to the assault squad, the only other thing on this flank is this Rhino. He's going to flat out and start heading towards the enemy's deployment zone. This has 2 advantages in my head. 1, it means I'm starting to go towards the objective, which is what this game is all about. And 2, if Martin wants to start trying to attack this tactical squad, it pulls him out of position from my more vicious centre. So there you go. Just ended up as a little shield for my Punisher. Yeah. If the assault squad want to jump over, I'm just giving them choices. Right then, on to the main event. The Magna Melters, obviously firing into these bad boys. Now, I did say before, they've got a 3-up cover save just through the hijinks of the Blood Angels. It's not really my trick. But we'll see what we can do. The rear one, with only his 18-inch range, he's going to fire on top of the Sergeant's head, which is right there. And if he hits, he will get 5. So let's do him. And he's going massive. So 2 seconds, let's just work that out. Okay, so after working that out, it went 8 inches straight backwards, landing on this guy's head and scoring me 6, which is actually fantastic. Now, the front Predator, he gets to fire, and he was actually aiming where the other Predator managed to hit. So once again, onto this guy's head. So, let's hope for not such a vicious scatter this time. Come on, boys, it's your first time. Show yourselves up. Hooray, direct hit. So that's another 6 hit. So that's 12 in total. Here we go, wounding on 2s. Excellent. So that gives me 11 wounds. Martin does have his 3-up cover. And then no apothecary save, thankfully. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, so I've noticed that there will be 4 men before I get to the Sergeant, so I'll roll them first before I start trying to do some lookout saves. So for the first 4, I pass 2. That's 2 dead so far. So moving on down the line. Next 2. Oh, starting to lose men here.
Excellent.
So 1 at a time before his Sergeant. Next one. Oh, still loving it. Oh,
yeah.
he's nicked it. He's loving it.
Is.
And then the final one. Oh, he dies.
Oh well.
So that is 4 Blood Angels dead.
Better than a kick in the teeth. That lovely little opening salvo. The rear one's heavy bolters, the way I've positioned him, he can't actually see. The front ones can, so they'll be snap firing. So hitting on 6s. Yeah, that's not bad. 2, not bad. Wounding on 3s for 2 more.
So I'm going to attempt to be cheeky and save it on the Sergeant. So the first one, fine, and the second one is also fine.
Tanked. This Rhino, which only moved 6 because I didn't want to cock block the Punisher, is going to fire his multi-melter. It's in range of this lone man, who is actually conveniently outside of cover. So hitting on a 3.
That's a scatter dice.
Well done. It misses. Never mind. Last thing in my first shooting phase, the fully functioning Predator Punisher, Stick Around Punisher, is going to open up again onto this assault squad. So, he didn't move, conveniently enough for me. So 18 of these shots are rending. So, hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 3s with 6s rend. Ooh, that's 2 rends. Lovely. And then I will just get the normal shots. And the other normal heavy bolters, again hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. Ooh, that's good. Excellent. So that is a grand total of 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wounds. 14 wounds in total, 2 of them rending. Okay. I've asked Martin to take the rending ones first, and the front man was the guy not in cover, so he goes straight to a feel no pain save.
So 5 of feel no pain, which he passes.
And second rending hit.
He also passes.
He also passes. Curses. So that is 12 normal wounds now.
So,
full armour saves.
So I'd have to do it one at a time before I get the sergeant. So the first one.
Oh, that kills it. Oh no, feel no pain again.
Feel no pain.
In the box.
In the box. Loves it.
Wow, your apothecary's earning his points.
He is. Here, this one, yeah, especially. Loves it. Oh, he's tanking at this one. This blood angel is holding his ground. Oh, maybe not spoke too soon. Yeah.
Yay,
oh, he
finally goes
finally
down.
dies. Now, moving on to the sergeant. Yep, I'm going to try and tank on him. So, first one. Oh, come on. Hold firm. Oh,
feel the pain.
Feel no pain.
Down goes sergeant.
Down goes the
Excellent.
sergeant.
And then all the
So
rest
then
of them
there'll be 4 more regular armour saves. Love it.
and they love it. So I only killed 2, but taking out the sergeant's good for me.
So after that punishing salvo from the Night Lords, I have actually fell below 25%. And without the sergeant, I now need to pass a leadership of 8 or less. Come on boys, hold fast. With a 3, they're not going anywhere.
Boo. One and only thing to do in my charge phase, the Raptor squad is going into the Spartan. It's pretty much the only thing I've got to deal with the Spartan is a couple of melter bombs, but also their chain glaives are rending, so there is a high hope I can actually rend the thing down. Now, it is only a 2-inch charge, but I'm going to roll it because if I get far enough, I can block the doors. And then if it doesn't explode, and I'm blocking the doors, and I just rend it down, I destroy everything inside it. Which is very cheeky and very harsh, but I'm a Night Lord, we do these things. So, here we go! That is an 8. Okay, I'll get them moved in, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I only rolled an 8, well, I only rolled an 8. I rolled an 8, which got me up to the sides of the doors, which would have actually meant there was an escape avenue for the Blood Angels, but then Martin very kindly reminded me I have a 3-inch pile-in as well, so I have managed to effectively wrap the tank. So, it's a very big gamble for the Night Raptors, because obviously they're facing down the entire Blood Angels army, and inside here is a Praetor with dividing blades, evil git, and a Terminator squad, but if I don't deal with it now, I'm never going to deal with it. The Raptors, with their chain glaives, can actually glance down the Spartan, that's what I like, so they'd be hitting on 3s, because he's not an infantry model, so I don't get any +1s or anything, but 6s to wound would then cause my rending, I then need 5s and 6s again, but those will be auto glances, so 5 of them, it means rolling a lot lucky, but 3 attacks each on the charge. Here we go! So 3s to hit in the tray is what counts. Not a great start.
Hopefully no 6s.
So here's the trick. I need 6s to cause my rending to go off.
On the dice.
Here we go. Oh, there's 5. So there's 5 rends, so as long as these all roll 5s and 6s again, I take you out. I mean, it's a big ask, but I've seen it done, weirdly enough. Oh no, just the 1, so it takes 1 hull point. I do still have melter bombs on the Sergeant and the Praetor, so here we go. Hitting on 3s, 1 melter bomb hits, and strength 8 against armor 14. So only causes a glance as well. Oh dear, that didn't work at all.
Very lucky escape for the Blood Angels.
As always when I play, I totally did my maths wrong, so I only actually caused 1 glance.
At the start of my turn 2, I have 1 dice roll for my reserves for the Fire Raptor. Hopefully he comes on with a 3+. He does. As you can see, I have jumped the squads forward to try and close the distance with the enemy. I backed up the Spartan and the Praetor has got out and he's currently looking down the Night Lord's HQ to hopefully engage in glorious one-on-one combat. The Dreadnought has moved forward and he's eyeing up either the Sabres or the Raptors to try and help put the favour in turn of the Blood Angels for combat. And the Raptor here has moved in and he's currently eyeing up some very juicy armoured targets. Starting off the Blood Angels shooting, the Spartan is going to fire at the Sabres with his left hand sponson and then power the Machine Spirit, the right hand sponson, into the Punisher he's already hurt. Hopefully try and finish him off and whittle down the firepower coming in. Starting off with the left hand sponson, hitting on 3s against the Sabres. 2 hits. And the front armour is 12. So 3's a glance, 4's a pen. That is 2 pens.
Excellent. I'm inside cover because I'm a cheeky little beggar. So I get my 5 ups. 1 save, so 1 pen goes through. What do you do to me?
AP2, so I...
+1 is shaken again. So that is 1 saber shaken. And now into the Punisher.
Same again. 2 shots. 1 hit so far, twin linked. Oh, doesn't like it. Front armour this time, so 4's a glance, 5's a pen. That is a glance.
Nothing blocking that shot. So, takes an advance.
Next in line for shooting is the Blood Angels, Praetor and his command squad, and obviously they're going to go into the Raptors that are surrounding them to try and whittle down numbers and make it more favourable for combat. Starting off the shooting will be the Carries Assault Cannon, hitting on 3s. That is for 3 hits, and it is strength 6 with rending, so hoping for 6s here. That is 1 rend and 1 honour save so far.
So 1 guy's dead because I got no save against the rending, and the other guy's alive. So 1 dead so far.
Then moving on to the Combi-Bolters, hitting on 3s with a regular chosen. Fortunately twin linked, because that was quite bad for shooting. Twin linked leads to a further 3 hits. And the Praetor hitting on 2s. Twin linked again. That is 7 hits. And 4's to wound. That is 4 wounds.
4 armour saves, everyone's equally away from him, so I don't have to worry about lookout saves, and they're all fine, so he kills a raptor.
After witnessing the armour holding firm for the Night Raptor squad, the Contemptor has turned his focus on them and is going to use his Carries Assault Cannons to hopefully whittle down the numbers even more. So he has 12 shots with the Assault Cannons hitting on 2s. For 2 misses, and needing 2s to wound, and I'm hoping for 6s for the rend. That is 2 rends there, and a further 6 armour saves.
So that's 2 guys instantly dead. My Sergeant and Praetor are on the other side, I don't have to worry about that. 6 armour saves! Takes out another 3. Ouch. Okay, after sustaining massive casualties on my Raptors, they're now down to just 4 men. Leadership check, obviously. So leadership 10 with the Praetor. They're holding, which I don't know is a good thing, considering they're about to get charged.
To close off the shooting phase for the Blood Angels, I am going to use the Raptor to engage multiple targets and hopefully whittle down numbers even more. The right-hand Reaper Rotor Cannon is going to go into the Sabre squad. They've got a nice side armour and hopefully can do some damage there. He is going to fire 2 Hellstrike missiles into the Punisher, and as well as the left-hand Reaper Rotor Cannon. And then I'm going to power the Machine Spirit, the bolt cannon array at the front, into the front armour of the Praetor. Starting off the Raptor's firepower, the right-hand Reaper Rotor Cannon is going to fire into the right-hand side of the Sabre squad, hitting on 2s for ground strafing, with twin linked. That is 4 hits, strength 7, side armour 11.
Yep.
So 4's a glance, 5's a pen. That is 2 pens.
Lovely in cover. I fail both, so 2 pens, what do you do to me?
So the first one immobilizes, and the second one in the box
snapped. So 2 hull points down and immobilized.
His bow cannon array is going to try and break the hull of the Rhino and expose the squad inside. 7 shots, hitting on 2s. Twin linked for 2 misses. So that is 7 hits. And it's strength 6, front armour 11, so I'm needing 5 to glance, 6 is the pen. That is 2 pens and a glance.
Hull pointed down. After being hull pointed down, my tactical squad has disembarked, and they do now need a pinning check, which they promptly pass.
Finishing off the Fire Raptor's firepower, the 2 missiles and the left-hand Reaper are going to try and take down the Punisher, which has been a bit of a pain for my assault squads. I'm going to start off the missiles because they're one-shot use, but they are hitting on 2s. And like that, 1 misses. It is strength 8 against front armor 13, so it is 5 as a glance, 6 as a pen, but I do have Sunder. Oh, that is a 2, re-rolling, into a pen.
Oh dear, nothing I can do about it.
AP2. Wow, snap shooting.
It's shaken. Ooh, some luck. Autocannons.
So, hitting on 2s. Twin linked. Still missing. Strength 7, so I need 6 as the glance, but I only need 2 6s to hopefully hull put them down. Nothing.
Nothing. So, shaken. Oh, Raptors have a lot of firepower.
Blood Angels assault phase. The assault squad there is going to attempt to charge the Magna squad. They are 2 inches away, so I automatically make it in. But I want to see how far forward I can get to hopefully strike the one at the back. So, 2d6 for a 6-inch charge. The Terminator assault squad and the Praetor are going to charge as top 9 and the Raptor squad. But before they do charge, they have got Overwatch fire incoming.
Yay! 4 bolt pistols. Be afraid. Yes, be afraid of my 2 hits. And 2 wounds. Oh, come on. This is too good.
I will take it onto the Praetor. And he promptly passes both.
Boo. Oh dear. How far do you get in?
And charging in, a whopping 7 inches.
Oh, they definitely want it.
Wrapping up the assault phase, the right-hand assault squad is looking to try and crack grenade this Rhino. It is a 5-inch charge. Hopefully they can make it. With a 6. This Blood Angel squad is going to attempt to try and neutralise the ferocious firepower that is the melter cannons of these Predators. So, throwing in 10 crack grenades against these Predators to hopefully try and take them down. Hitting on 3s. Oh, it's a low. There's a few misses. For 7 hits. Strength 6, rear armor 10.
Yep.
So 4 is a glance, 5 is a pen. So that is 1 wrecked.
1 Predator goes down.
This Blood Angel squad has made a long charge and nearly managed to wrap the Rhino, so try and kill as many men inside hopefully. But I am now going to open up with 9 crack grenade attacks. Hitting on 3s. Oh, 3 misses. And needing 4s to glance, 5 to pen. That is 2 glances and a pen.
That's all you need. Okay, after Martin has taken out my other Rhino, completely neutralising my mobility as he planned, my tactical squad has disembarked as such, and once again needs a pinning check. Please don't be pinned, I'd like you to fury. Oh, beggar. So they're pinned into the big combat in the centre between the Praetors. Now, normally I'd be making the Blood Angels do a fear check, but because they've got the banner from the Chosen, they are completely fearless. And because of all their shooting shenanigans, they've completely reduced my squad size, so I'm no longer outnumbering for all my bonuses. Now, Martin's Praetor is unsurprisingly issuing a challenge. I considered accepting it with my Sergeant, but this Praetor's going to absolutely rinse through the Sergeant, and he's instant death on all his attacks, so it's just going to kill my Praetor anyway. My Praetor has the highest chance of actually surviving, so let's fingers crossed see if he can do the deed. So, it's initiative 6. Let's let Martin roll his first.
So, hitting on 4s because we're both equally matched for weapon skill. That is 5 hits so far with Mastercrafted. That is 5 hits.
Oh dear, this isn't
and a +2 strength for the Divining Blade, so I am strength 6, so I am wounding on 2s. That is 4 instant death.
Oh gosh, Divining Blades. Right, I've got my 4 Alpine Halo, but obviously any one of these I fail, I instantly die. So, first one, he dies straight away. That was easy. Right, I do get to fight back though, because we're at the same initiative. So, hitting you on 4s, because I get no bonuses. So, I hit you a grand total of 3 times. I've only got a standard Paragon Blade, so it's only 6s to do instant deathing. Which I don't get any, so I wound you twice.
So 2 invuln saves on the Praetor, 4 plus invuln, and he's down to 1.
Well, at least I hurt him back. But my Praetor died, and obviously he wiped out the rest of the squad because all his attacks just went onto the squad. Right then, it was a massive gamble going for the Spartan, and exactly what I feared happened. Oh dear, Divining Blades are vicious. So, consolidate, sir.
Yes, they will consolidate 4 inches.
Oh dear, there's not much I've got that can stop them. Things are looking desperate. All my gambles have failed to pay off, and the Blood Angels are showing that they are truly the Emperor's favourites and are wrecking my proverbial right now. Anyway, so let's see what I can rescue from this. So, my snap-firing Punisher has moved around for 2 reasons. One, he's now underneath the Fire Raptor, which if he wants to drop into hover mode, then has to sit still. But if it's going to move, it'll be away from where my Punisher is, and he's going to open up into these Assault Squad. The Tactical Squad that got out of my wrecked Rhino has moved up, and again, we're just going to concentrate on this flank. Once they're dead, there's nothing else really on this squad, on this flank, sorry, and I can start bombing towards the points of that deployment zone. The Predator that survived has gone into full reverse, and he's going to fire into the Assault Squad as well. Surprise, surprise. Now, he's going to be giving them some cover because obviously the Rhino can't see through it, but he needed to make some distance. The unimmobilized Saber has burst through the ruins into this set of ruins and is going for the goal again. If I get in the Blood Angels deployment zone, that's 7 points, and the tanks count in this game, so he either makes the Blood Angels have to shoot at him, which is firepower not going into stuff that can actually do any damage, or he's going to score me some points. He has left behind his immobilized friend in the middle here, who's just going to snapfire or whatever I can think of, probably into the Contemptor. The absolute terrifying squad of the Blood Angel, Praetor and Command Squad is being looked at by my completely unfettered Punisher on the other flank, and I'm going to pray for some rending and some good luck, but it's 30 shots, so it's a lot of saves he has to make. And the pinned Tactical Squad on this side is just sitting still. We're just going to open up rapid fire into the Assault Squad and see what we can do. Right then, opening up my shooting phase. Technically playing, so I have to fire my big blast templates first before I deplete the squad. My Predator with the Magnum Melter opening up, as I said, into the Assault Squad. Now, this is the last guy he can actually see before these are all blocked, so he's the guy I have to shoot at. So I'm going to shoot, so my template goes like so. Now, let's see if I get some lucky roll. 4, ooh, it's going. A grand total of 3 inches over to the left, which is actually good for me. So remember, it was on this guy's head. So 3 inches, do you agree with that direction, sir?
Yep.
Lovely, and a big bada boom. Excellent, I'll take that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 under my hit. Okay, so it's a blast template, it's not a barrage, so the wounds do go backwards, so he doesn't get the cover from these boys. So, 2s to kill. Excellent, that is remove 6, please.
Oh dear.
Okay, after some great success with the Predator, the heavy bolters, which would have been snap firing anyway because I moved more than 6, are now completely out of line of sight, so they can't fire. This tactical squad was going to open up into the assault squad, but actually I'm going to do a run because I'm going for the objectives. So run move. There you go, a grand total of 4. I moved up and see it, show you. The Sabre, being a fast vehicle, is going to flat out towards the Blood Angel deployment zone, as per my previous plan. So he's going to smash through 12 and get moved up. Okay, that's where my Sabre ended up after his flat out move. The Punisher opening up unfettered into the remaining assault squad members. He did move, so I don't get rending on his gun, and he was made to snap fire last turn by the Fire Raptor. So these are all hitting on 6s, and I don't get any rending, but it's still 30 shots. Feel like an orc player. Here we go, 30 shots in the tray to count.
It's a few 6s.
Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, lovely. Lovely, 33%. I'll take it. Now, wounding on 3s. 2 misses, so that is 4, 6, 8 wounds. Right, the brrrt gun caused 8 wounds onto these 4 men. Full armour saves into apothecary saves.
Yes, so I have to do 2 at a time before I get the apothecary, because then after that it might kill the apothecary, which means I will not get a funeral pain for the last guy. So the first 2, 3 plus. Fail 1. Funeral pain, he dies. So 1 dead so far.
Good.
Next man, oh, he fails. Funeral pain,
Yes.
he also dies.
Onto the apothecary now.
Apothecary. Oh, it's not going well for the Blood Angels.
On.
Oh,
Yes.
he dies.
1 man alive and 4 wounds to take.
He says, but he says,
Using his friends as body cover. Okay, with only blood spatters remaining of his fellow squad mates, this lone assault marine needs to take a leadership check.
So, Arunda. He's holding with a 6.
Oh, goddamn loyalists. Right, I enjoyed firing the other Punisher so much, I'm going to fire the other one. And this one isn't snap firing. I want some revenge. I'm going to fire this one into the Blood Angels command squad. And again, just hope for weight of numbers. Now, this guy hasn't moved and he isn't shaken, so 18 of these shots are rending, so I'll do these first. So, hitting on 3s. Oh dear. This guy may have run out of ammo. Oh, another 2 there. And 6s for rending. Come on, come on, come on. That is a grand total of 1 rend. I'll get the other dice together and we'll see more wounds. The other 12 heavy bolter shots into the command squad. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. Ooh, that was good. So that gives me a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 normal wounds and 1 rend, sir. So starting with the rends, please, Martin.
Yes, taking it on the banner, a 5-up invuln save.
He's
Takes a
fine.
wound.
So 10 normal wounds now.
Yep, so he's down to 1 wound. So moving
No, if
on.
he saved it, he's still got 2 wounds.
It's a 1.
Oh, is that 1?
It's a 1.
Sorry, dodgy lighting. He is down to 1.
So 1 at a time. Fine.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
Oh,
finally.
Finally dies. Moving on to the next Terminator in line. He's fine. And he dies as well.
2 down. Okay, with my beautiful Punisher causing 2 casualties to the Terminator squad. That is now a leadership check because the banner is removed. No longer fearless.
10 or less on 2 dice still around. Oh, pass with a 7.
Holding still. The immobilized Sabre in the centre is going to shoot into the Contemptor. He's snap firing as well, but might as well fire. It's always rolling dice. So 6s to hit, but twin linked for 1 hit. Strength 8 against armour 13, so needing a 5, but with Sunder. Pens, excellent. 5-up invuln for the Contemptor.
Come on, make it.
He
No!
fails. So what do I do to him? I cause a weapon destroyed, so one of the carries is removed. And the final thing I have in my shooting phase, the tactical squad that was removed from their lovely warm box is going to rapid fire into the assault marines. So they're snap firing because they are pinned, so they're hitting on 6s for a grand total of 5 hits, sorry, and wounding on 4s for 3 wounds.
3 armour saves for the Blood Angels.
Move my beautiful dice out your way.
Yep, no worries. 3 ups.
All fine.
I've moved up even further with the squad on the right hand side, pushing for his deployment zone. The lone survivor of that assault squad has ducked into cover to hopefully gain a cover save from the dreaded Magna Cannon, which wiped out the majority of his squad. The Contemptor has stepped forward and is aiming to wreak havoc on the lone saber that has remained there. The Spartan has backed up, denied the points being captured by the saber on the left flank, and the Viraptor has dropped into hover mode, hopefully going to cause a lot of carnage on Ed's left flank. The Spartan is going to fire at 2 targets this turn. The left-hand Sponson is going to target the saber to try and clear out my deployment so he doesn't seize any points for that. And the right-hand Sponson is going to power the Machine Spirit into that Punisher, because then that could possibly change up the dynamic over on that flank. Starting off with the left-hand Sponson, hitting it on 3s against the side armour of his saber. That is 1 hit so far, twin linked for 2 hits. Side armour of a saber. 11. So 2's a glance, 3's a pen. 2 pens.
There's absolutely nothing I can do about that. And an explosion will only matter to make it look pretty. Let's see if it blows. And it doesn't explode.
After successfully neutralising the saber and securing my own deployment zone, the Spartan is going to attempt to take out the Punisher, which has caused me much havoc on the right hand flank. And hopefully clear the path. So, Power of the Machine Spirit hitting on 3s. For 1 hit, twin linked. 2 hits. Strength 9, front armour 13, 4's a glance, 5's a pen. In the box for 2 pens.
Ooh, well, it's gone because it's only got 1 hull point. Do you make it blow up?
Yeah, I hope I don't, because it could hurt my own men. It blows up.
It blows up. How far does it explode?
3 inches.
3 inches, right. We'll work it out and get back to you. Okay, after the Sikaran's explosion, that is 8 hits on the Blood Angels and 7 hits onto the Night Lords. So Martin's going to roll to wound my Night Lords.
Using 4s. That is 2 armour saves for you, sir.
Here we go. 1 dead. And me rolling to wound the Blood Angels.
Wow.
That was 6 wounds.
Nicely done. So, 3 plus armour saves. For 3 failed so far, but fortunately Apothecary's in the squad. And oh no, 3 men die. The Contemptor, after suffering a wound and destroyed weapon from the saber, is angrily staring him down, looking for revenge. He has only got the 1 gun, so he's hitting on 6s, but fortunately, well hopefully, I can rend it because he's only got 1 hull point left.
Not hitting on 6s, he only has 6 shots. I destroyed a weapon, but he's still hitting normal.
Oh, yes. Hitting on 2s. That is 5 hits. Strength 6, front armour 12, so 6s to glance. Nada! After dropping into hover mode, the Raptor has got his eyes firmly set on taking out the last remaining melter cannon. He's going to fire 2 missiles, and his right-hand Reaper autocannon is also going to go into the Predator. Starting off with the 2 missiles, hitting on 2s for 2 hits, and strength 8, front armour 13, but I have Sunder. So 5 to glances, 6 to pen. That is 1 pen so far. Just the 1 pen, sir.
Nothing I can do about it.
Roll to save damage. 1.
Chicken.
Moving on to the Reaper autocannons to hopefully try and finish them off. 4 shots hitting on 2s. Twin link, so hopefully 4 hits. Now it's strength 7, so I need 6s, but hopefully I can get enough. No, unfortunately, it's still standing, but he is snap shooting, so it is saving me from a little bit of damage that'll be coming my way. Next in line for the Fire Raptor's firepower is the lone tactical squad stood in the open. I did power the Machine Spirit, the chain gun, into them, so I will be hitting normally. That is 7 shots, hitting on 2s.
I'm not going to ground because if they survive, I want them to keep moving forward.
So that is 3 misses, but fortunately I have twin linked. So I still missed twice of them, but it is 5 hits, and it is strength 6, wounding on 2s, and it is AP 3.
Killing on 2s.
That is 4 Marines dead.
Excellent.
Lastly, the Raptor's left-hand Reaper cannon is eyeing up the remaining Sikaran Punisher, and hopefully going to try and take him out as well. So that is another 4 shots from the Reaper, hitting on 2s, twin linked, for 3 hits, and strength 7, side armor 12, so even 5's a glance, 6 the pen. That is 1 pen, so rolling on the damage table. That's a 5, which is a weapon destroyed.
Okie dokie. Okay, there's a million weapons on this, so what we'll do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll re-roll 6.
So,
3, so one of the heavy bolters. After suffering 4 casualties from the Raptor, I need a morale check for my tactical squad, which they probably pass.
After failing to take out the Saber, the Contemptor Mortis is going to attempt to charge and finish him off with crushing blows. We've measured, it's a 3-inch charge, and he passes with a 5. After deliberating what I'm going to do, the Assault Squad is going to charge the Tactical Squad first, so now Ed has his Overwatch to fire against the squad.
My Overwatch from the tactical squad, there's 9 of them still alive in rapid fire range. So 6s. Grand total of 3 hits, and 4s to wound. That is 1 wound.
3 plus armor save.
In the box.
In the box. Open it.
Kills a guy.
Feel no pain.
Oh! Oh!
And then with a mighty charge of 6. And now the Terminator squad with the Praetor is going to attempt to charge into the squad to help support the Assault Squad. They need a 5-inch charge to help support the squad, which they pass with a 9. So after charging into the Saber tank, because it is immobilized, he automatically hits. Now he did lose an attack after losing one of his arms, but because he charged, he gets a +1. So he's got 3 hits which have automatically hit, and he has strength 7 hitting on the rear armor, which is 10. So he in 3's a glance, 4's the pen, and he's
very definitely
ruined it. The Praetor has declared a challenge against the sergeant.
I'll accept because he's going to die anyway.
So after charging in, he has 6 attacks. Got 4 base, +1 for charging, +1 for digi-lasers. Hitting on 3s for 4 hits with Master Crafted. That is 5 hits. And he's strength 6, so wounding on 2s. Killing on 2s.
Killing on 2s.
That is 5 dead Marines.
That will remove 5 men.
Initiative step 4, my squad has done a 3-inch pile-in move in order to get closer to the enemy. After checking, I have 1 power sword and 5 chain fists. The chain sword, sorry, that'd be a bit broken on there, Assault Marines. Starting off with the power sword, I have 3 attacks, because 1 base, +1 for charging, and +1 for pistol and a combat weapon. Hitting on 4s for 1 hit. Now, I am only strength 4, so usually it'd be wounding on 4s, but because I'm a Blood Angel, I get +1 to wound, so 3 plus to wound.
To kill.
To
Kill
kill.
another guy.
So 1 guy is killed. The chain swords are now going to swing into the tactical squad. I have 15 attacks, hitting on 4s. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Ooh, only 2 misses. And yet again, wounding on 3s, because Blood Angels get +1 to wound in close combat.
Wow.
That is 5, 10, 12 wounds, sir.
My word. 12 wounds caused by the Blood Angels. I've only got 3 men left. That is no men left. But at the same initiative, they will get strike back. Okay, that is my tactical squad entirely killed. But initiative step 4, the last guys to die, which were 4 of them, get to swing. They have additional close combat weapons. I'm obviously not outnumbering, so I hit 3 times and I wound twice. Come on, drag someone down with you.
2 armor saves. Pass 1. Feel the pain. Loves it.
Oh dear.
After the swift and brutal melee, the Assault Squad and the Terminators are now going to consolidate. The Assault Squad is going to consolidate 5 inches and the Terminators 4 inches. Here you can see where the assault squad and the Terminators have moved after the consolidation. I moved further into the deployment zone with the assault squad, and I thought I'd be risky and try and move towards the last remaining metal cannon with the Terminators.
Very quick movement phase for the Night Lords there, because I only have 3 units left. Over here, my Punisher stayed still because he's going to attempt to rend down this Fire Raptor that is in hover mode. I've still got, it's a 5-turn game, so I've still got 2 turns to try and bomb into the deployment zone of the Blood Angel and deny the points that the Spartan is holding. The Tactical Squad also moved forward. It's got a Melter Bomb, so we can also try and take out the Raptor if the Punisher fails. And my Predator at the back here, which is snap firing, so can't actually fire his main gun, just went into full reverse, and I'm going to be a complete Night Lord's coward and turbo boost him, or flat out him I should say, into this corner, away from the other stuff that's coming, because at least then he's a denial, and that stops the Blood Angels from scoring my deployment. The Punisher is going to fire his main gun into the Raptor. It's the only one that can hurt it, because it's got rending. So here we go. So hitting on 3s, 18 shots with the main gun, and then needing that 6s to rend. So, oh dear, only 1. And then needing a further, so that's now takes it up to strength 11. So I need that, which is a pen at least. So 4 up Jink, which he makes. Only other thing I have to do in the shooting phase is to flat out this Predator backwards. So I'll get him moving and I'll show you where he ends. So that's where he ends up, hiding like a true Night Lord I am in the corner there. Because at least if the Blood Angels want to come and claim him, they've got to make up some ground. Whip snap into the charge phase. The Tactical Squad is charging into the Raptor. They need a 4-inch to get in. Just like that. The Tactical Squad is in. Now, I have got a Melter Bomb on the Sergeant, but that would only be 1 attack and praying to the gods that it actually caused it to explode. So what I'm going to do instead is use his Power Fist. So that means the other Marines get to use their crack grenades. So 5 of them. So 5, hitting on 3s. Oh dear. So 2, needing 6s to cause me hull points. That is 1 hull point. Good, so it's down to 3. And then I get 3 attacks with the Power Fist. So again, hitting on 3s, that is 2 hits. Strength 8 against Armour 12, so needing 4s. So that is 1 glance. Oh no, it's alive. That's going to cause some damage next turn.
Not much really left on the field, so it's just been a matter of moving up, trying to secure any holding points for points. I have moved the Spartan 6 inches over to draw all guns towards the Sakaran Punisher. I did the move through cover roll off camera, and I rolled a 5 on 3d6 for the Contemptor, so he stepped out, drawing line of sight to the Tactical Squad. I chose to go back into zoom, and I've flew the Fire Raptor forward, and hopefully can try and secure a kill on the last remaining Predator. The Spartan has drawn line of sight towards the Sakaran Punisher to try and finish him off. So what I will do is both las cannons are going to fire into the Sakaran, and I will power the Machine Spirit, the heavy bolters, into the last few members of the Tactical Squad to try and whittle them down. Starting off with the las cannons, I'm going to fire all 4, so hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits and twin linked for 4. It's front armor 13, strength 9, so 4's a glance, 5's a pen. Need a single one. And that is 2 penetrating hits.
5 up covers, because he's shooting through this ruin here. Yeah. Please, Gunblaw! No! Okay, what do they do to me?
Will it explode? It does not. Last but not least, the heavy bolter is now going to fire into the tactical squad, hitting on 3s, because power of the machine spirit. That is 3 hits, and wounding on 3s. That is 2 armor saves, please.
2 armor saves, which I fail 1 of.
The Contemptor is now going to fire his last remaining assault cannon into the 5 men that are remaining of that tactical squad to hopefully try and finish them off. Hitting on 2s, fortunately, so 6 shots. That is 5 hits. And wounding on 2s, 6 is rend. That is 2 rends and 1 armor save.
Lovely. So 2 men instantly dead and 1 more armor save. He's dead as well. Squad's reduced to 2. Okay, that's all the firepower going into this tactical squad. So let's see if they pass their morale, which they do. Rare for me and my Night Lords, but good boys.
The last bit of shooting for the Blood Angels will be the Fire Raptor, going to try and see if he can take out the last remaining Predator. I jinked the previous turn, so I will be snap shooting, but by the power of the machine spirit, I will be firing normal ballistic skill. So, 4 shots, hitting on 2s, twin linked, for 4 hits, needing 6s, because front armor 13, strength 7. That is 1 Glancer.
And nothing I can do about it, so my Predator is down to 1 lowly hull point.
Doing a run move for the Terminators, they are now going to run 5 inches, and for the Assault Squad, 3 inches. The Assault Squad has moved up a bit further into the deployment zone, and the Terminators have advanced into the ruins of the building just to help secure the center.
The quickest turn of Warhammer I think I've ever played. These boys have moved back using the sponsons, using the shell of my Sikaran as some cover. There's no way in the turns left I can get them into the Blood Angel deployment zone, and even if they were moving, they're just going to take an ungodly amount of firepower. So I figure they might as well try and contest the middle of the board and survive what shooting they can. And the only other thing I've got is this Predator, who has reversed more into the corner again. All I'm doing is denying the Blood Angels actually scoring this port. I've got to survive 1 more turn. A bit dull for everyone, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to avoid a tabling.
The Spartan is staying still because he can still draw line of sight to the 2 last remaining members. And I rolled off camera again for the movement, but I did roll a 6 on his move through cover. And he is hoping he can try and finish him off if I fail with the Spartan. And the Raptor has dropped into hover mode again and see if he can take off the last hull point on that lone Predator. The Spartan has decided that he's going to attempt to wipe out the last 2 members of the tactical squad. He can draw full line of sight with all his weaponry, so hopefully through sheer overwhelming firepower I can secure the centre board.
Go to ground!
Of course. Starting off with the 4 las cannon shots, hitting on 3s. Ooh wow, 2 misses, twin linked. 4, still 2 misses. Ooh.
Come on, more 1s.
That is 2 wounds.
2 wounds. So I get a 4-up cover save because I've gone to ground. So, guy in front of my sergeant is dead. And sergeant is dead. Oh well, there goes them.
The final shooting phase for the Fire Raptor. Only the left-hand Reaper autocannon can draw line of sight to it and can possibly hurt the Predator now. So it all comes down to this.
If I survive, I haven't been tabled. If he takes my 1 hull point, that's all the Raptors off the table.
So, hitting on 2s, 4 shots. That is 4 hits.
Oh dear.
Need a single 6.
No! Fail, fail, fail!
He gets it!
Oh! That's it. Night Lord's tabled. We'll work out the actual official points and we'll wrap it all up. Right, that was it. An absolute spanking for the Night Lords.
A little bit, yeah.
A tabling. Oh, it's good. So it ended up being 17 points to 0 for the Blood Angels. Making a statement for being the first guest, aren't you, Martin?
Just enough.
There's no way I'm going to let this slide. So get your painting hat on and get up to 3k, and I will happily redo that again. Great fun though.
Oh, it was great fun. A couple of moments in the game where it could have gone either way.
Exactly right.
Turn 1 with a Spartan, when you wrapped him, I was like, oh.
I took some big gambles and they didn't pay off at all, but if they had. As if I'd have got you out on the board, my Magna Melters would have been blowing up. Yeah. They're so fun, but oh god, they're painful to use. So I was like, when I first
painful to feel.
I went to that first assault squad, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to blow them up. And I was like, I have to get really close to them, and they moved off. But it's great fun, and that fire after just hunting me down at the end.
Yeah, he did his job.
So it looked painful, but actually I had a really good fun time. Thank you very much for being our very first guest. And as I say, we'll get you on. If anyone else would like to come on and be a guest, please feel free to come and message us. Martin is our guinea pig, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a guinea pig.
When we first started doing test videos, Martin kindly volunteered to put up with listening to us being Muppets. And so that's why you got first crack at being guest as well. Again, being a bit of a guinea pig. It went all right, didn't it? I think
it was good.
Been okay, hasn't
it?
Yeah. So if anyone else would like to be a guest, send us a message either on Instagram or on Facebook, and we'll work out getting you on. We are happy for whatever you've got, painted however you want. There's no elitism here. We just want to play fun games with nice people with cool armies, really.
Well,
awesome.
Thank you for being so high standard for me.
Oh, there you go. It was a good start. Your bloody hell, gorgeous. I am looking forward to accidentally dropping the box, and I help you pack it into your car later, though.
Yeah, truly. True Night Lord. True Night Lord. No spite whatsoever.
No, oh God, no. I'll remember this. Awesome. Thank you again. And I hope the sound works out better this time. Again, leave that feedback if it hasn't, and we'll try some new things. Thank you again. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you.
I'll see you next time.
Next time.
Bye, all. Hello, welcome back to Sector...
This assault squad here is going to try and crack open the Rhino to deny the move... Tell you what, I'm glad I got a haircut.
Okay, here we go. I need a stool. Thank you.